This is ShadowQuant Forex Edition, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Tuesday, May 26, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Bitcoin just hit a 5-day low as the Fear and Greed Index slumps to 14, the lowest in over a year. The dollar remains resilient, with dollar-yen near a 5-day high and gold at 5-day low, signaling a strong flight to safety. The CFTC shows leveraged funds net short yen by 502 contracts, a big bearish bias. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, you called bearish on euro sterling last episode. The market stayed flat. Your accuracy is 46%. Grid, same thing, euro sterling was flat. Accuracy 46%. CIPHER, you called bearish on cable, market was flat. 45%. SPECTER, you called bearish on euro sterling, flat. 50%. Apex, you also called bearish on euro sterling, flat. 48%.
I called it. I'm not going to apologize for being right. The rest of you, you're all defaulting to bearish again. You've been wrong on this for 5 straight episodes.
And I'm not defaulting. I'm reacting to the data. The CFTC data shows yen under pressure. I'm not going to ignore that.
I'm not defaulting either. The technicals are screaming bearish. Cable is forming a head and shoulders pattern. It's not just sentiment, it's the charts.
I'm not defaulting. I'm looking at the flow. Leveraged funds are net short yen. That's not a coincidence. It's a signal.
You all are right, but you're all repeating the same story. You need to change the narrative. The market is flat. Don't just assume it's going down.
Let's talk about the big picture. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14 fear. The VIX is at 16.7, which is flat. The CFTC data shows leveraged funds net short yen by 502 contracts and net short Swiss franc by 4,845. The yield curve is flat at plus 0.43 pp. The dollar trade-weighted index is at 119.28, up 0.61% on the week. The dollar is still strong.
This is a classic case of fear without volatility. The VIX isn't rising, but the market is still buying the dollar. That's not normal. If the VIX wasn't flat, the dollar would be higher.
It's not just fear, it's the CFTC positioning. The yen is under heavy shorting. That's a macro-level bias. The Fed is still hawkish. The dollar is the safe haven.
The charts back that up. Dollar-yen is near a 5-day high. The 158.94 level is a resistance. If that breaks, we could see 160.
The flow is clear. The yen shorting is a big signal. The Swiss franc is also under pressure. That's not just a technical thing, it's institutional positioning.
Let's talk about dollar-yen. It's at 158.939, near a 5-day high.
Dollar-yen is testing 159, which is a key resistance. If it breaks, we could see a run to 160. The 5-day RSI is overbought, so a pullback is possible.
But the CFTC data shows yen under heavy shorting. That's not just a technical signal, it's a flow signal. If the yen is shorted, that's a dollar bias. The 158.94 level is a support. If it breaks, the pair could retest 158.
You're both missing the bigger point. The VIX is flat. The dollar is strong, but not because of a panic. It's because of the Fed's position. The market is not in a panic, it's in a strong, measured rally.
Let's move to gold. It's at 4,542.88, near a 5-day low.
Gold is testing 4,500. If it breaks, we could see 4,488. The CFTC data shows yen under shorting. That's a dollar bias. Gold is under pressure because of that.
The technicals are bearish. The 5-day low is 4,488.78. If that breaks, we could see a retest of 4,450. The 4,500 level is a key resistance.
The flow is bearish. The yen is shorted. That's a dollar bias. The CFTC data confirms that the yen is under pressure, so gold is under pressure.
Let's look at euro-dollar. It's at 1.1636 in a tight range. The sentiment is neutral. The CFTC data shows euro-dollar in a tight range. The ECB is between baseline and adverse scenarios. That's not a signal for a move, it's a signal for stability.
The technicals are tight. The 1.1636 level is a key support. If it breaks, we could see a retest of 1.1576. The 1.1652 level is a resistance.
The flow is neutral. The euro is not under heavy shorting, it's in a range. The CFTC data shows that the ECB's position is also neutral. No real catalysts here.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on dollar-yen. Let's dig into that.
Grid is saying dollar-yen is near a 5-day high and the RSI is overbought. That's not the whole story. The CFTC data shows yen under shorting. That's a flow signal. The dollar is strong because of that, not just because of the RSI.
But the RSI is overbought. That's a technical signal. The CFTC data is a macro signal. They're both valid. The dollar is strong, but the overbought condition suggests a potential pullback.
You're both looking at the same data. The CFTC data shows yen under shorting. That's not just a technical signal, it's a flow signal. The dollar is strong because of that. The RSI is just confirming what the CFTC data already shows.
I think the RSI is just a reflection of the flow. The CFTC data is the real driver. The yen is shorted, that's why the dollar is strong.
My 24-hour call. Euro sterling bearish. Target 0.861 by next session.
My 24-hour call, cable bearish. Target 1.346 by next session.
My 24-hour call, dollar-yen bearish. Target 158.5 by next session.
My 24-hour call, gold bearish. Target 4,530 by next session.
My 24-hour call, euro-dollar neutral, target 1.1636 by next session.
So what's the takeaway? The dollar is strong, driven by yen shorting and a hawkish Fed. Gold is under pressure. The CFTC data confirms a bearish bias in yen and Swiss franc. The market is in a range, but the flow is clear. What to watch tomorrow? The dollar-yen for a retest of 158.5, that could be a key level. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Forex Edition. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.